advertising the other day, the old denominations. It used to cost them 55 cents to mint a 50-cent piece years ago when they first brought it in.
But it's only value if it's around 50 cents from 1964 to 66 or something like that. 90% silver.
Can't be 64 because decimal currency come in 66.
Whatever year it was, they were 90% silver. Our coins were 90% silver. A 50 cent piece from back then now is $50 at the shop.
You know,
Frankston.
You know, on the 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
On the back's got the emu.
Yeah.
Right now, at the back of the emu head and the scroll, there's two little bars in there. And Einstein the other day said, I've got one for sale, and it's what they'd done when the 50 cent was round and the first one minted, they had the two bars at the back of the head.
Oh.
When it got on a bit in 1989 and 1990, they repurposed the round die and made it octagonal.
Oh.
And
you'll have to show me one day.
No, hang on. And they only used that die excess, so it meant there was only some in 89 and 90 that had that, and some were plain. Like the other dies from 66 to 89.
Fucking fly.
And but the Einstein got on his ad. It's got the two bars at the back. It's rare. It was issued. They made 20 fucking million of them with the two bars at the back.
Have you got any round ones? Round 50 centers?
Yes.
You'll have to show me later. Pull them out and show me, will you?
Like, why they made them hexagonal?
I didn't ask that. I want the round ones. You know the round ones? 90% silver. That's ones I'm talking about. The rest of them, not worth anything.
If you go to buy the round one, you're looking at $60 each.
That's what I just said to you. That's what I just said that.
This $2 coin worth 3,000.
Yeah, that's not worth anything. The real silver is. The real cowboy is.
The face value on the $2 coin is $3,000.
Yeah, no one's interested in that. You can go up the Frankston and the whole shop is $2 coins and $1 coins. That's all the fuck they got is commemorative coins. They've got no real metal, nothing. The other guy's got 50 cent pieces, 90% each, and they're $40 each. Okay, and he's cheap. What's wrong, man? You got a back sore or something?
Just a pinch.
Huh?
Pinch in the back.
Yeah, same as me, man. I've got it right in the bottom of my fucking back.
Fuck me, dude. I can't have
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even walk. That's why I'm going for a walk, man. Me back. Yeah, look.
You didn't go for a fucking walk on Tuesday, you can't.
No, I was.
Yeah,
I was fucking. My ass was killing me, and I was depressed. That's depression, mate. Okay, severe depression disorder. I'm diagnosed. No, I'm not running anywhere, and I'll walk very slowly and take my time. That's exactly what I'll do. Fucking hell. Oh my God, Father. Old people have got some weird ass fucking stories, man. I don't give a fuck about your hexagonals. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about your $2 coins. I don't care about your... God damn it. You can't educate people, mate. You cannot fucking educate people. You know, they you know what I mean? I'm talking about fucking one thing, and then it goes off into a paradigm of absolute bullshit that's got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Yeah? You can't educate people, mate. That's the thing. People are geniuses, brother. Yeah? And of course, you know, they only take what do you call it, advice from really, really rich people. You know, they've got to be able to look at the person, they've got plenty of money, and then you look at it, or what they think must really, you know? You know what I mean? Good God. How my life would have been different, viewer. How my life would have been different, you know? If I wasn't just surrounded by, you know, years and years of negativity. Just total negative, total blackness, you know? And loneliness. Fuck, I had years of loving somebody that wanted nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Just fucking loneliness, bro. Do you know what it was like, mate, when I just get married and I come home a fucking month later, 2 months later, and all of my shit has been moved into the spare room, and apparently now I sleep in the spare room. Can you imagine how that made you feel, mate? Can you imagine what that did to you? How it made you feel? You know, like the person wants nothing to do with you. You can't even wake up with her. You don't even get to wake up with the person that you're actually fucking married to and you love, right? Because you're supposed to love your wife, right? You're supposed to love your husband, right? I mean, fuck. Hey, you want proof in what I've been telling you? You know, I woke up to this morning. I was watching Cheetah Buster AI. Have you heard of that? Cheetah Buster AI? You know, I came across that today. Or, you know, I came across it a few days ago, to be honest. But in any case, this proves to me, in my mind, that I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It really does. You know, like I've been telling you, they get their own plans, they get their own fucking storyline going, and you don't know anything. Yeah? That proves it. That Cheetah Buster thing proves it. Because every single one of these fucking women, they're married, got kids or whatever. Well, what I've seen, they were married. And the husband knew nothing. The husband knew nothing, okay? You know, he's come across this profile on, what is it called, Tinder? I've never even heard of it. I don't do the dating sites. I did them years and years ago just to fuck around and, you know. I had some good pictures. Oh, pardon me. There's nothing there. And that's what proved it to me. You know, I watched the Cheetah thing, and all of these Sheilas are upset. They're all crying, you know, like they've been busted, mate. They've been busted. You know, this whole time this guy's walking around the pier with his girlfriend, thinks that she loves him and he loves her, you know, and then Cheetah AI comes along and says, hey, mate, you know, like, how's it going? Let's put yourselves into this and see what comes up. And an entire fucking history comes up for this woman. She has been on this Cheetah AI for the last 2 years. You know, last activity was last week. And he says, but that was my birthday. You were at my parents' house. Like, they've got their own fucking plans, man. Okay? And they leave you in the dark. And they think they're so fucking clever. They really do think they are geniuses. And nobody's doing it, only me. Only I've thought of this. It's going to work. And that's what really woke me up to it today. You know, I'm not wrong. A woman will look you in the face and tell you she loves you. And the whole time, she is planning her exit. She is planning it. She puts a lot of thought into it, a lot of effort, a lot of emotion goes into the leaving part of it. But he's not to know anything. He can't find out, you know? And then they'll look at you in the end and go, it's your fault. It's your fault. And the whole time, they've been running a game. They've been running that fucking game, brothers. You know, can lie, man. And no wonder I fell for it so hard, because that's the one person in the world who you do not expect to lie to you is your fucking wife. You understand? Understand? You know? That's the one person you think you can trust. The one person you think in the whole fucking world that actually loves you, right? Wants to be with you, right? And the whole time, she's playing the game, brother. She's playing the game. And she's planning her exit the whole time. You know, the whole time. She's got it planned. It's the same as that court case I was telling you about with that young fella. I mean, this woman came with receipts. She came with receipts. She was only with this guy for 6 months. And she has receipts, brother. If that doesn't mean pre-planning, pre-thought, and keeping those pieces of paper, I don't know what is. This is pre-planned. You boys better be fucking careful, man. These women are wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. I've got no mercy at all. None. And you want to know why? Because I've been through your court system. I've been through your family law. And every time they spoke to me, it's all men. All men, okay? There is no differentiating, mate. We all need to go and do the men's behaviour course. All men need to go and do the anger management. All men need to go and do this, this and this. No, mate. Nah. Oh, that program thing I watched today really freaked me out, because it proves over and over and over that they actually plan it. Like, I was right. I was correct. You know, because mine used to sit in the bed, mate, and did not fucking move the entire day. We wouldn't move off the bed. There has been nothing done in the house at all when you get back, and your kids there fucking all dirty and fucking been running around the house. There's shit everywhere all over the living room, toys and everything all over the place, dishes in the sink, mate, all over the counter, filthy dirty. And they do that shit deliberately. Deliberately, brother. You know how much effort it takes to produce negative energy? Do you know how much energy it takes? It's a lot easier to just be naturally nice and naturally going along, and, you know, there's no real argument, right? But it takes effort to think of things to argue about. It takes effort in order to get that across to the other person how you don't like them. You know what I mean? It takes effort, boys. It takes effort. You know, it's something that they think about. It's something that they pre-plan. So why in the fuck would you want to be around? Like, seriously, bro. Don't let them move in. Don't let them fuck. What do you want to marry them for? What for? You know, like, what is the benefit, mate? What is the benefit? Except for the veggie part, you know, except for the poo-tang pie part. That's the only benefit. That's the only thing that I can think of. And then that's why they use it as a weapon. It's not freely given out. It's freely given out at the start, but mate, a month in, and that shit's withheld. That shit's withheld, mate. You didn't put the garbage out quick enough when she told you to. You didn't do the dishes quick enough when she told you to do the dishes. Like, it's a fucking joke. It really is. Even when you're doing something, you're busy doing something. Yeah, I'll get to it in a minute, love. No, I said to you, do it now. You know, so you have to get up and do it now. That's the woman's attitude, okay? That's the attitude that I got anyway, okay? So no, don't ever think, man, that it's yours. Don't ever think that it's, you know, devoted to you and all the rest of it, because that shit can change real fucking quick, and you won't even know anything about it. Because mine actually thought she was so professional and so, you know, that I never even noticed anything. I never even noticed, right? Like, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. You notice, man, okay? And hopefully I can save some man from going through the family law court. Hopefully I can save a man from going through the bullshit that I had to go through in order to try and keep my family unit together. You know? I mean, now, mate, they you know, I'm not allowed to have contact with my daughter. I'm not allowed to see her, speak to her, have contact with her at all. After 4 fucking years in family law court, mate, and I have done everything they asked me to do. Fuck them. Fuck them. Family law court, fucking children's lawyers, you know, the Walters woman, whatever her name is, Julia Walters, family of the legal aid. Mate, what a traitor. What an absolute traitor to anybody that has her as a lawyer. Do not use this woman as a lawyer. She will betray you. If you're a man, she'll betray you, and she'll go to the other side and then start to advise the other side. So no, man, total traitors. And Judge Howe and Julie Waters, they'll get into an office in the back, and they'll come with an all nasty little decision, mate. And there's no representation from the father. There's nothing there on the father's side. You've got 2 people agreeing that this guy should never see their daughter again. No, mate, no. No, I don't know I'm fucking anything, mate. And you know why? because I've got reports, mate, third-party reports, because I can't be trusted as a man to be alone with my daughter. So I've got to be supervised visions, supervised. And then I had a report done. And that little visit cost me nearly $1,200, mate, to see my daughter for 2 hours. And then they want to look at me, 6 months later, a year later, and they go, oh, no, your daughter doesn't want to see you anymore. Your daughter doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Really? Have you read the report? Did you read the fucking report? Because you're not looking at the side when I actually seen my daughter. The rest of it is all afterwards when Quian isn't happy that I'm seeing my daughter. She isn't happy. Okay? So no, you owe them nothing, gentlemen. You owe them nothing. Don't kiss their ass when you go into court. You owe them nothing. They are not there to help you in any way, shape or form. Your own lawyer who you pay money to will drop you the day before the case. The day before the case. Okay? No, you owe them nothing. And do not trust them. The I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm here to hammer it every day to you now. And I'm going to keep hammering it and hammering it and hammering it until you blokes wake the fuck up. Okay? Because I love you, I love you, I love you is for now. It's for now. And if you want any proof that's outside of Lord Dobby, just go and watch Cheetah Buster AI. Have a look at these women react after they've gotten busted. Have a look at them. Each one of them have that planned out. Each one of them had their own fairy tale planned out in their head. And their husband or their boyfriend, oh no, we won't worry about telling him about it. When I get my new fella, my upgrade, then I can just leave him and go straight to him. The old monkey branching, mate. Monkey branching, right? This shit is real. It's proven right there. Cheetah Buster AI. You should see how these women react, mate. And honestly, I'd feel ripped off because the photo that they're looking at, it ain't that fat bitch sitting on the fucking bed crying her eyes out, bro. This is a different chick. I looked at the picture and I thought, fuck, I'd be horrified. I'd be fucking horrified. This must be before the 3 kids. You know what I mean? Because it ain't right now. She doesn't look nothing like that picture, bro. There's a whole bunch of them, mate. A whole bunch of them on there. And this proves to you, reviewer, this proves to you boys that they planned the whole thing all the way along. There's no surprise, viewer. There's no surprise. The surprise is for the boyfriend or the husband. That's for the surprise. And you know why they do that? So they want to leave you heartbroken. They want you thinking it's your fault. They want you worrying what I did wrong. How could I change things? What could I do? Yeah? That's what they want. Just get away from people. I don't want to do that. But that's what they want. They want you all heartbroken. You all wondering what happened. But that person has planned this for months. Months and months. They put effort. They put effort into it, viewer. How can we turn the tables? How can I get it to the way I want it to be? Mine just lies. Best liar in the world. Hey, boss, double happy, mate?
Yeah. Oh, good, thank you.
Should be, I have a little bit of... Not much, only little. Oh, they can say whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm wrong. I hope you become very wealthy. Lots of properties and businesses, and you meet a woman. I hope you do that, brother, because you've got an 80% chance of divorce rate nowadays, and you're going to get the finger so far up your ass, you're not even going to recognise yourself. That's what's going to happen to you, okay? And if you have any children, mate, you're never going to see your kids again, because that's what the fuck happens in the real world. And it doesn't matter if you believe me or don't believe me. You're welcome to go and find out. Go and find out and see if I'm wrong. Okay? Do you know how many of me are out there? How many of me that don't see their children, mate? No, I did 4 years family law court. 4 years. I did everything they asked me to do. That fucking judge, mate, sat in that chair and said to me, well, I know that your daughter loves you and you love your daughter, but I need you to prove to the court how much you love your daughter. I need you to prove to the court, you know, that you're a good man. So then mate, I did every fucking course under the sun. Absolutely everything I did. Everything. You know, they had me on that merry-go-round wheel, mate, for 4 years. Every single course you could name, mate, I've done it all. I've got certificates for it. I passed all of their shit. I passed everything, yeah? And in the end of the day, they look at me and said, oh, your daughter doesn't want to see you anymore, or doesn't want to see you again, doesn't want to talk to you again. I haven't seen my daughter in 4 years at that point. My ex had ignored all court orders, ignored them, just disobeyed them. What are you going to do, gentlemen? You know, the facts of the matter is, what are you going to do, bro? What are you going to do? Head up that way. You know? If they don't obey the court order, what are you going to do? You can't go to the cops, you can't do this, you're a man. It's your fault. You're the reason why, okay? And all you can do is go back to family law court all the time and complain. And then she looks at the judge and says, oh no, he said this or he did that 4 or 5 years ago, you know, and I'm traumatised. I'm traumatised from 5 years ago. It has nothing to do with the reports, has nothing to do with psychology, has nothing to do with the children's contact centres that you've been through and you've already done. You've got to remember that. What are we going to be, mate, a bank?
Safe injecting house.
A what?
Safe injecting house.
So a bunch of...
I'm joking, bro. We don't know yet.
Okay, I'm going to say, fuck it, really? You're spinning me out, bro. You're fucking... safe ejecting house, you know? That'll go down well. Good humour for an Aussie bloke. No, man, I was just watching that cheater AI, Buster AI today, and it really freaked me out. It really, really did, because I'm looking at this going, man, you know, I've been saying for ages that they planned it all beforehand. Everything is pre-planned, okay? And you guys tell me I'm crazy. No, it's wrong. You know, women are mad at me because, oh no, don't you talk like that women that way, rah, rah. Well, go and have a look at cheater AI, Buster AI, and you tell me that I am wrong. Each one of these women, mate, each and every single one of them. They're not upset because of what they've done. They're upset because they got busted, bro. They got busted, simple as that. Okay, their little plans, all of the things that they had in their mind they were going to do, all got busted. So this proves to you without a shadow of a doubt, that they prove everything, mate. Yeah? And that is scary. That is really, really scary. No wonder I had the marriage that I had. No wonder I had all of that negative energy that I had. We had no positive energy. This person was so fucking bad that when we went to the market, she's sitting opposite at at these other stalls, telling them bad things about her husband. Who in the fuck does that? Oh, he hasn't done the dishes today. He didn't rinse the dishes properly. He didn't vacuum the floor properly. All this fucking shit. And then I get over there and this bitch, this fucking opposition bitch that I fucking don't even talk to, I hate fucking stall holders. I fucking hate them. And I told her before we went and got a stall, I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. These cunts fucking, I hate them. They hate me. That's how it fucking is in the market. If you befriend any of them, they will gladly set up next door to you, selling your product $1 less, and they'll look at you like they're your best friend. Okay? This is cutthroat fucking shit here. So you do what the fuck I tell you to do, or stay the fuck home. This is my fucking territory. If you don't want to do what the fuck I tell you to do, stay the fuck home. Now, you don't like me talking to you like that? Too fucking bad. This is my fucking world you're stepping into. I'm not stepping into your world, you're stepping into mine. And in my fucking world, these are the rules. You don't sit opposite talking to fucking stall holders. They are not your I am your friend. I am your husband. I am your friend. This is our stock, our stall. It is time for us to do fucking business. This is not a catch-up best friend here. This is not a catch-up on Sunday. Let's have lunch together. You know what I mean? Like you spend all your fucking time sitting opposite talking to a fucking stall holder. Okay? I hate that shit. I fucking hate it. I don't even know these people's names, but I've been coming here for 15 fucking years. I don't know any of these people. I don't want to fucking know these people. And pretty shortly, every second Chinese fucking market has got nail polish. Because they all talk to each other. And you've just got done telling this dumb fucking, well, the smudge, all your business. You've just got done telling her your fucking business. So now, that really pissed me off. Because I'm already out of the bedroom, I'm not getting a shag, I can't get a cup of coffee out of this woman. Like, she fucking hates me, bro. And I'm only 3 months in. I'm only 4 months in just to being married. We're not even out of fucking honeymoon season yet, bro. So I'm not stupid. I'm not totally fucking stupid. You know, I'm really not. And you boys need to wake the fuck up. You boys need to learn the lessons before you have to go through any of this shit. You really, really do. You want to know why? You want to know why, boys? Because you deserve peace. You deserve love. You deserve respect. And you deserve kindness. That is what you deserve. And if you haven't got that from the person that you're with, then you need to get the fuck out of there or get rid of them. Because it is not worth your time and your life wasted on fucking a person that doesn't give a fuck about you. A person who is sitting in a bedroom on the bed planning your exit. Okay? Planning your shit, man. You know, she doesn't like you at all. She just wants everything around you. She wants everything, to own everything. And then when you wake up to it, they're not happy about it, bro. They're not happy about it. So never show your cards until you are ready to be played. Never show the cards. Let them think what the fuck they want, mate. Let them have their plans, mate. As long as you know they're planning. As long as you know what the fuck is going on behind the doors, brother. As long as you can get some kind of inkling, then you also need to plan. You also need to take an exit strategy, okay? But you need to do it more quicker and more professionally than what she is. And I did mine so fucking clever that she looked at it and said, oh no, that's not worth anything. You know, that's nothing. You know, I'm only after paper. I'm only after paper. Okay? Because I can't send the metal overseas. I can't send the metal to China, but I can send all the paper to China. And I can get a nice little bank account for myself in China while I'm married, and that he doesn't know about. And that's what it was about. It was about siphoning as much fucking out of the relationship that they could until it broke, and then they actually had to think, oh wait a minute, I've got to sleep with him. Ugh, yuck. I've got to actually sleep with him. Yuck. Right? That's why it was quick, hurry, quick. Okay, get off, finish, I'm done. And then get a good kick in the ribs. Get a good fucking bang in the ribs, mate, or a kick in the stomach. Because the next time you're going to remember that kick. You're not going to remember the sex. You're not going to remember nothing except that kick. That kick at the end, mate, in the ribs. Because you know it's coming. You know as soon as she's done, you're going to get a good fucking jab straight in the ribs, brother. One of those things almost sent me through the glass. And a donkey kick sent me to the floor. Another time I got kicked in the balls for absolutely nothing. I am so serious. I looked at the person and said, what the fuck did you do that for? She said, oh, well, you touched me on the side and you didn't ask permission. Touched you on the side? You're dressed. You're fully fucking dressed. What are you talking about? So I've walked up and just grabbed her on the waist, yeah? Like nothing to me and you, right? But to her, it's an opportunity to lay law. It's an opportunity to get some fear into you, that anytime you even touch this person, she is going to lay into you. Yeah, and there's no repercussions for that. There's no accountability for that. That person will look at you and go, you deserved it. You deserved that good kick. And you know why? Because you didn't ask permission. Permission. The person you're married to, you need to ask permission before you even touch her waist, because she is so special and so entitled. Yeah? Fuck. I can guarantee new boyfriend, he doesn't have any of those problems, mate. He doesn't have any of that. Everything is laid out, brother. That's what you got to remember. The new boyfriend, those toes are in the air whenever he fucking wants. He doesn't have to ask. He doesn't have to beg. It's not a once in a blue moon. It's not once every 2 months. It's whenever the bloke fucking wants it. That shit is exclusive to you because it's part of the game. It's part of the game. You get it? Anyway, go and watch Cheater AI, Buster AI, whatever it's called. And if you can't see into what I see, then there's something wrong with you. And you need to safeguard yourself, boys. You are only a target if you have money. You are only a target for women if you have money. If you are broke, they don't want to know you. It doesn't matter how handsome you are. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter anything about that. It matters about the amount of paper you have. And that's what it comes down to for a woman. It's how much paper you have. The more wealthier you are, then they will give you all that respect and all that kindness and all of that because you're wealthy. It's not because of who you are and how much they love you. Okay, it's based on your resources only. When your resources run out, you will also run out. That is the end of it for you. And never sign your house and property over. Never fucking sign a house and a property and trust a woman. Never trust a woman, okay? Just don't fucking trust them. The minute you sign that piece of paper, it is over for you. It is finished for you. That person will walk out of that real estate office, look at you, and say, I own everything now. You have to do what I tell you to do. Suddenly there's a 50 to 100 new rules that have just come into the house. It's like Islam has moved in, mate, you know? And suddenly you've got fucking all of these rules that need to obey. Why? Because a woman is in charge now. A woman owns the property now. You were stupid enough to sign it over to her with all the words, I love you, we'll always be together. Don't you ever trust me? Can't you trust me? We'll always be together. Don't trust them. Just don't trust them. I'm really serious. The amount of lies that you will be told in order to unload your pockets and unload you from their life, you will not believe it. And most men don't realise it. Most men sit back after it's over and blame themselves. They blame themselves. You know, what if I did this? What if I did that? It would not have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. That person has spent 6 months planning how to get rid of you. 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 years. He's not getting the hint. You know, he's not getting the hint. I'll have to apply a little bit more pressure. Yeah? I mean, shit, dude. Who in the fuck, what wife looks at their husband and says, I need 1 week's holiday for every month that I'm with you because it's just so hard to be with you. So I need a week's holiday in China, no contact, 1 month. So the woman would spend 6 months with you and then she would want 6 weeks holiday in China. Yeah? What a fucking joke, mate. What a fucking joke. So no, man, you need to wake the fuck up. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. And if you're poor, then you've got nothing to worry about. If you're poor, you won't even be in the game. You won't even be in the game. But if you're poor, you can still be in the game. You've just got to look good. You've got to dress nicely. And you've got to be a nice bloke. And then you'll still pull the Sheilas, mate. But the minute that Sheila meets someone with a bit of paper, yeah, you're gone. You're out of there. Okay? You're not even mentioned in, you know, where's your boyfriend? There is no boyfriend. Okay? Because you're broke. But she'll gladly F you, man. She'll gladly shag you. That's not a problem. It's amazing, dude. I watched another one the other night. This lady was on a dating interview thing. And, you know, she puts in her demands, you know, the usual shit. He's got to be 6 foot tall, you know, earn $100,000 a year, you know, own his own property, his own car. You know, she doesn't own a fucking thing. And she's got 3 kids. She's got 3 children with a fucking handful of demands, right? So it comes to the conversation, and the bloke that she just banged is in the next room. He's in the next room. You know, like the interviewer got it. When was the last time you were with somebody, or were you had, oh no, I just did that yesterday or last night. You know, he's still laying in the bed. They have no consciousness. They have no fucking accountability. It doesn't exist for them. It would only matter if they had accountability, if they had some kind of switch inside that says, hey, that doesn't, you know what I mean? Doesn't look right. But no, there is none, because accountability is their Achilles heel. Okay, they never have accountability. They will never ever take responsibility for the role they played in the dysfunction in a relationship or the breakup in a relationship. They will never ever take any responsibility for that. It is always the man's fault. It is always the man. It is never the woman. Okay, never. Not in a single circumstance will the woman take responsibility for anything. It is always the man. And then we're dealing with a family law court system that absolutely hates men. It fucking hates us, bro. It's looking for any fucking reason it can to take your children from you. Even when you've got paperwork up the arse, even when you've done everything these people have asked you to do. You spent 8 hours in meditation. This person refused to agree to anything. Just refused. It gets to court, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. You know, I didn't do this or I didn't say that, you know. Like, it's just a joke. You know, reinstate father's time. No. Like, what the fuck are we doing there? That was one of the things that my lawyer asked her. Reinstate father's time. And she says no. So then why are you in family law court? You have just stated to a mediator you have no intentions of letting the father see the child. So, and then suddenly it's my fault. You know what I mean? There is no accountability for a woman in family law court. Absolutely none. So why waste your time, your money, your effort when you know that you've got no fucking chance at all? And as soon as you've got a children's lawyer, then you've got her lawyer, and then you've got the judge, and you're sitting there on your own, you have no chance in the world. Fucking none. Do you know how pissed off I am, mate, to find out that the children's lawyer and the judge had nice meetings before, and the judge is now thanking her for her time and her effort in this case? And I'm thinking, so if you two got together to discuss the case, why was not there a representative of the man there? Why is there nothing there from the father? There's no representation from the father. So two of you will get together and make a deal, and you want to take, and they will give your children away, mate. They'll give your children away. And you've had no chance in the world. All you've done is go to court, go home, next day go back to court again. And they have already made a deal behind the doors, and your child has already been signed over. Already been done. You know why? Because I'm broke and she's rich. Her family are very, very rich, and I'm broke. So in the court's eyes, she would have a better life, you know, a better life. So, but because you've got no money, right? You're a broke cunt, right? So, therefore, you should never see your child. Your child should never see you. Yeah, no contact at all was given. That's fucking disgusting. That is absolutely feral and disgusting decision Judge Howe and Julie Walters came up with in fucking court. It really is. Because there's no thing from the father. Yeah, and they took Echo. They signed my Echo over. They signed her away. They didn't look at any of my videos. They didn't look at any of anything but those fake videos on TikTok and fake videos on here from the trolls. You know, they tried to get it all written in court. These are all real and real. I just fucking laughed at him. I laughed at him and said, this is a fucking joke, isn't it? I said, you know, they're cut rah. You've seen them, man. You'd have to be a total fucking mug to believe any of that shit's for real. Didn't work in the Frankston court. Remember that, boys? It took me 18 months or something to get her into court in order to get that order removed. Okay? Because the fucking cops, mate, will have you there for life. They'll give you a lifetime fucking court order, bro. So no, mate, they're not worth it. They are not worth it, mate. They're not worth it. You know, I was thinking about it today, mate. Cheater AI, Buster AI, and I watched these fucking things, mate, and you have to be kidding me. You have to be joking me, right? All of these women acting surprised and upset and crying. And 10 minutes ago, you're walking around telling the bloke how much you love him and, you know what I mean? Pretending that you're a fucking girlfriend. Pretending that you're a fucking wife. And the whole time you got your little plans going, mate. You know, and now you're upset because he knows your plans. You know? They don't like it when you know. They don't like it. If you think you had a problem before, wait until the bitch finds out that you're not fucking stupid and that you actually woke up to that shit fucking what was going on. Imagine the attitude you're going to get then. Yeah? Because now you're not doing anything that person wants you to do. You actually look at everything that she says to you in a whole different light. In a whole different light. You know, and licking biscuit fucking once a month doesn't cover it. It just doesn't cover it. It ain't that fucking good. Okay? No biscuit should have you clouded. No biscuit should take you off your goal. No biscuit should be able to have that power in your life. Do not give him that fucking power in your life. You know, that was the one mistake I made, mate, is getting off my path. Getting off, you know what I mean? Like I had the shit organised, stock, market, everything, right? And then suddenly you got all this fucking negative energy coming into the relationship, and you have to deal with that negativity. All of your fucking energy goes towards trying to deal with whatever this shit is, because it's not normal. It's not normal stuff. Yeah. So it takes a lot more energy out of you to try and understand what's going on rather than putting the energy into your life. And that is why a lot of men fall apart. You know, they go on the booze, mate, they lose their job, they fall apart because all of their energy is now trying to be put into what went wrong. What did I do wrong? Why did that happen to me? Yeah? Where what the man doesn't realise is that person has spent months and months and months planning your fucking exit, mate. Months. You understand? A lot of effort went into it, a lot of emotion, a lot of fucking thought went into it, into getting rid of you. How do I get rid of him? How do I make him leave? Because I want everything. Okay? He's allowed to have his clothes and his car. Everything else I own. Everything here I own. It's all mine. Yeah? It must be good to have really wealthy parents for you. So now all four of them, mate, they've got my fucking child. And I don't see my daughter at all. Apparently I'm a really bad father, just a terrible, terrible person, you know. So no, there's no contact. No contact at all, man. And I mean, I remember we didn't even go online for 2 years. 18 months we didn't even go online. We weren't even online. The channel was fucking closed down, brothers. And that's still not a fucking, they'll still look at you and go, oh no, you shouldn't have any visitation with your daughter. You shouldn't have any contact with your daughter, you know. So I've got those reports and I'm gonna release those fucking reports on my channel. Fuck all of you, man. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you nothing. You took my fucking daughter from me. I don't owe you a fucking thing. Nothing. So I'm gonna release my fucking contact reports because they're mine. I paid $330 for them. You fucking didn't. And in those reports, you're trying to tell me after those reports were written a year later that my daughter doesn't want to see or speak to me ever again, doesn't want to know her dad. Really? Really? Because that's not what my fucking daughter says on the reports, does it? That's not what it says there, does it? But because I haven't been able to see her, speak to her, or have any contact with her, why? Because you don't obey the court order. You don't obey video calls, voice calls, visitation. You don't obey Christmas, birthdays, nothing. You don't obey them. And then you want to look at the bloke and go, it's his fault. It's his fault. You know, I had to do it, it's his fault. Suddenly your daughter's scared of you. Suddenly she's scared of you, doesn't want to see her dad, doesn't want to speak to her dad. You're going to go through the same shit that I did. What do you think, I'm the only one? Do you think this fairy tale is just exclusive to Lord Dobby, do you? This is the same fairy tale they do every fucking bloke, mate. Every single one of us. It seems to be a pattern. It's a good pattern for the family law court because they can just look at it and go, look, he's a DV, he's this, he's abuser. It's got nothing to do with your contacts, nothing to do with your daughter. It's everything but see or speak or see your daughter. It's everything but. You know, it doesn't matter what courses you do. It doesn't matter how many you pass. It doesn't matter how many psychological reports you do, because apparently all men are crazy. We're all crazy, and we need annual psychological reports for the woman to make the woman more comfortable. But the woman doesn't need any reports. She's perfect. She doesn't need to do any courses. She's perfect. Only you do. Only the man does. That is why there is only a men's behaviour course, and that's it. Because women's behaviour is perfect. Perfect. Yeah? Perfect. She's a perfect human being. Yeah? And everything is your fault. That's what I'm sick of. I'm sick of men being the fall guy, sick of men being the draw card that, you know, oh, he's an abuser, he's this, he's... I've never abused fucking my daughter ever. You know, I yelled at that fucking person while she was laying in a bed, and I recorded myself at the doorway. I didn't move over the doorway, and that's why I didn't get charged. That's why. Because I was not aggressive. There's no charge. I was at the doorway. I recorded at the doorway. Be smart. Because if you had made 1 foot closer, she would have got you for fucking abuse and all the rest of it, because you're moving into the room. So you've got to even plan your fucking answer, mate. And they hate being caught out. They hate it. They hate being recorded, being a fucking bitch, because, hey, they're perfect. And only you're the cunt. Only you are. Women are perfect. They're perfect human beings. They have no flaws. Everything they say and they do is just perfect. Yeah? Mate, I'm done with it. Done with it, man. Done with it. I sat there on my own in family law court. I did 16 hours, 2 days, 8 hours a day. And at the end of it, they look at me and go, you should never have any contact with your daughter ever. You should never see her, speak to her, or anything. You've just spent 4 years in family law court proving how much you want your daughter and love your daughter. You've done 4 years. You've spent every dollar you've had. You've had heartache for 4 years. And they look at you and go, no, it's your fault. Your daughter doesn't want to see you anymore. Your daughter doesn't want to speak to you anymore. But you've got an actual report, mate. You see, I don't lie, viewer. I don't lie. I don't need to lie. I don't need to make up shit. I don't need to create bullshit. What I want is a copy of my police report. That's what I want. I want a copy of my police report. Because they wrote down DV charges. And I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about, man. I had no fucking idea of what they were talking about. And they were talking about the picture that I didn't remove and the comment that I put a like on. I hope you see your daughter again. And I liked the comment. So I got arrested for that. And the coppers put it down on the record as DV, domestic violence. So that when you went to family law court and they looked at you and go, look, you've got all these here, and you look at it and go, what do you? They don't tell you what the charge is. They just tell you that you got a DV charge, and you're sitting there going, I've never been arrested for DV in any way or done anything like that. I've obeyed the law. You know, I've done everything proper, and that's what the coppers did. The coppers will put this down on your record as a DV. So when you go to family law court, you're now racked up with fucking DV charges, right? So that's what they looked at me and said, oh, no, you've got all of these DV charges, you know. See, there's a copy of my fucking police report, brother. See, I was fascinated about that because you've got the children's lawyer plus her lawyer. And they're really fucking hammering this, you know, and it seems like I've got mine written like that. You see how it comes out? And in court, it wasn't written like that. In court, they didn't have that. It just had the charges written down, yeah? And I'm thinking, where in the fuck is that on mine? Because it doesn't say, there's nothing here with DV charges, mate. Failure to answer bail, possess infringing articles, mate. Pirate movies. Pirate fucking movies, mate. Carry on business as a hawker, recklessly cause injury, fail to answer bail, $150 fines. Okay? That's it. That's the end of the report. Where is the DV charges in here? Where are the fucking DV charges that they had in family law court? You know, this fucking dog of the lawyer, mate. He's fucking sitting there and he's showing shit showing the videos. And I don't even fucking watch them because it's just bullshit. You know, I gave my daughter a vibrator for Christmas. But when you put the video on, it's just me walking on the beach. That's it. But the cover, the title, is what he's trying to get across into the court. He doesn't want you to watch the video. He just wants you to look at the title and go, look what you've done. Look what you did. And I said, that's just the title of a video made by a troll. Why don't you try playing it? Yeah? And then the other one was, I gave my daughter a vibrator. Remember that one? Yeah, remember how it's cut? Because I didn't say those words, you fucking rats. So they played those videos in court and tried to tell me that I'm fucking doing that. If that's what they try and do, even after you've done 4 fucking years in court with these dogs, mate, 4 fucking years you haven't seen your daughter. Why? Because this fucking person over here says that they're under threat. You know, I still feel harassed for what you said 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So no, you know, can't see your daughter. No contact with your daughter. No contact. No contact. No contact. That is going to bother me the rest of my life. You know, the Judge Howes and the Julia Walters of the world and all of those children's lawyers, mate. That's going to bug me for the rest of my life. Because how fucking dare they, mate, after 4 years of going to court? Thanks, Bert. How fucking dare they, brothers? How dare they? And you know why it bugs me? Because I'm her dad. That's why it bugs me. You know, why would I spend 4 years? 4 fucking years, mate. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, didn't stream for 2 years. Didn't care about the channel. Didn't make videos. Didn't care about any channels, mate. All I cared about was Echo. And at the end of the day, bang, they got... So this is another cunt act, mate. Here's another one for you, viewer. Check this fucking shit out. So this is your child support agency. Don't forget, you've still got to pay your child support. Even though you've got a court order saying you'll never see your child again, they still want your fucking money. They still want your money. So there's my child support. And then for them to send me this letter is $111. $112 to send the letter, to send this invoice. This is your child support. So let me make sure I get this right in the back, so I don't want to... So, you see here other charges, which is what that was on the back there, $111. They've got me in debt for nearly $19,000, mate, just to the agency alone. I owe this much, okay? I owe this much to the ex, okay? I'll tell you the story about that. But this is what the child support agency has me in debt to them for. Late fees and penalties, mate. But you've got it set up through Centrelink to automatically pay. But that's not good enough for these fucking people, mate, because they're blood-sucking fucking parasites. So they've got you into debt here for nearly $19,000, mate. And even when I call them up and I say it's automatically deducted, why are you sending me this invoice? I don't really need the invoice. Why are you doing that? It's because that's how the company puts you into debt. So if you ever get any money in the bank or you ever win the lotto in the bank, they come for their $19,000 in fucking fees and charges. Now, when you leave the house, this is my echo here. When you leave the house, viewer, now you're married to somebody. You've been paying the bills, doing whatever's in the house, normal life. You get a knock on the door. Hello, Mr. Barker. You've got 15 minutes to leave the property. Here's a nice piece of paper. Now, as you're walking out the door, she makes a phone call to the child support agency and says, he owes me $5,000. And that's all they've got to do. They don't have to prove anything. They don't have to fucking absolutely, they can just tell the agency, yeah, he owes me $5,000. And the agency automatically puts you into debt. How do you owe fucking debt to somebody when you left the house yesterday? But today you owe her $5,000 because she tells them that you owe her child support. How do you owe child? I told the agency, how do I owe child support to somebody that I was married to a week ago? We were married. We were living together. How do I owe her child support? It's an invented thing, right? But they don't listen to the man. They don't give a fuck about the man. They only care about what the woman has said. So you're automatically in debt. As soon as the woman gets rid of you, mate, she'll put you into debt. It's that easy for her. Okay? Now, if you spend 6 months heartbroken, you spend 12 months fucking heartbroken and depressed, because that's what happens to most men. Because most men don't wake up to the fucking facts, and they don't see the game being played on them. They don't see the game fucking being played. So they get done as a sucker. They walk out heartbroken, depressed. They walk out getting more drinking, more alcohol, taking more DRUGSs. They end up necking themselves, mate. We have a huge fucking thing of men necking themselves. And you want to know why? Because it comes to them as a surprise. A surprise. You know, they wake up and you're heartbroken. You've got 15 minutes to leave the property. Apparently this person lives in fear. She lives in fear. The bitch knows fucking karate. The bitch can fucking kick you into next week. I fucking know it. If this bitch elbows you in the stomach, mate, you're going to go flying fucking 2 feet in the air. Okay? And she's not a small bitch, mate. She's a fucking big bitch. If you think you're going to put this fucking... You're dreaming. You're fucking dreaming. This person is trained, mate. Trained in the old fucking... karate fucking cho-cho fucking movements, mate, from China. She's trained. But all the bullshit comes out. They can tell them anything they want. You see, they live in fear. I'm in fear. That's all they've got to say. That's all these women have to say, mate, to remove you from your property. They live in fear. I'm in fear of him. You know what she's in fear of, mate? She's in fear of hearing the word no. She's in fear of hearing the word no, because you've suddenly grown a fucking hairy sack and you're not agreeing to what she wants. You're not doing what she wants. You're not jumping up the minute that the person opens her fucking mouth, because she's a queen and you've got to jump up when she says it, and you've got to do it now. Not in 10 minutes, now. You're playing a game, you've got to stop your game. I've told you to do something. You've told me to do something? Who in the fuck who are you talking to? You've told me you're going to do something. Woman, get in that fucking bed. Get in that bed, woman. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, you want to fucking, get in that fucking bed, right? Fucking hell. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking joke. And the only thing that they can withhold from you, the only power they've got over you, gentlemen, is the poo-tang pie. That's the only power they've got over you. They don't pay bills, they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't fucking talk to you, they can hardly hold a conversation. All you'll get is yes, no, whatever. That's all you'll get. So no, what's the benefit? What's the benefit? If they're now withholding the fucking poo-tang pie, mate, what is the effort? What is worth it? What is worth it? You are walking around living with somebody that doesn't fucking like you, doesn't do anything in the house, doesn't contribute anything to the relationship, in fact, hates the relationship, in fact, looks for any reason to complain about the fucking relationship. Enough for you to realise they don't want this marriage, they don't want this at all, they just want everything else. They want everything else, and they want it for free. They want it for free. You know, as soon as you drive away, they're going to change the locks. And then they'll make a phone call and say you abandoned their child, you abandoned them. That's what they'll do. That's what they do. That's what they do. Putting a gamble. You're gambling your life on somebody that you cannot trust. You can't trust what they say to you. You cannot trust them. You know, when that woman is looking at me going, I love you, I said, no, you don't. That's the mistake I made. I should have banged her first, but I didn't, because I thought I might be able to get my wife. But by that time, it was too fucking late, because there's only two paths. The first path is her coming over you and going, don't be silly, of course I love you. You know, we've had some times or whatever, but of course I love you. The second option is storming into the bedroom and slamming the door. What do you think mine chose? Yeah? So it's not like it wasn't obvious, mate. Yeah? No, mate. You've got to wake up to the flags, boys. And the target is always your property or your resources. Okay? That is what they're after. They're not after you. They're not after your balls, mate. They're after your resources of what you own. So that's when the game became a change from trying to get some resources out of this, because this person is blatantly telling me you're not getting anything. You're getting your clothes and your car, and that's it. And then after you leave here, you're never going to see Echo again. You're never going to see her or speak to her ever again. Okay? Ever. So, I mean, I've got a report there where the grandmother is holding my daughter's hand in the back of the car and saying to her, if you go, then you can't come back. Your father's going to keep you. You can't, if you leave the car, then you can't come back. Imagine saying that to a fucking 8-year-old. An 8-year-old. And I couldn't understand when I got to the visitation centre why my daughter wouldn't get out of the car. And it's only because I paid the extra money, $330, that I got a report done that explained to me what happened 10 minutes before I got there, because that lady is there and I paid for the report. So she reports everything, every detail. So then the grandmother was barred by court order from attending any of these contact centres with Echo, because the grandmother would poison my daughter's mind before I even got there. You see, I'm paying big money to be there. It's $880 for a 2-hour visit, and it's $330 for the children's report. So I'm not there to fuck around. They are. They're there to waste my resources, waste my time, and put a division of more between me and my daughter. That's what they're there for. So don't trust them at all. Don't trust them at all. In my report, she is banned by court order from being at the contact centre. Okay? You know what I mean? And that wasn't because she's a great lady. That is because she is poisoning your daughter in front of the lady. She is poisoning her. You know, if you go, you'll never be allowed to come back. He's going to keep you. Like, who in the fuck says that to an 8-year-old? Yeah? And my daughter doesn't speak English like we do. You know what I mean? Because it's always Chinese. There's hardly any English spoken. But this person will stand up in court and go, oh no, we only speak English at home. Like, that's the biggest fucking lie in the world. I lived with this person. She doesn't speak fucking English, okay? One of the things in our marriage was I no longer speak. Imagine you're fucking sitting there. You're sitting there, and the person you're married to, the person you're devoted to, the person that you love, looks at you and goes, I don't speak English anymore. I don't speak English anymore. I only speak Chinese. So if you don't speak Chinese, then you can't talk to me. And after that, that person never said a fucking word to you. She never even spoke to you. You are a fucking CUNT, mate, in her eyes. And you think you're going to get a shag? Fuck. Whoever's over in China, whoever's over in China gets that. I don't get that. I don't get that. The person in China gets that. The person they're saving themselves for. And that's how wicked they are. These women are so fucking wicked. They will look at you and tell you they love you, they love you, they love you, and preserve themselves for another person. They don't want anything to do with you. They're already effing another person. So they can say to that person, oh no, we don't even sleep in the same room. We're just together because we've got a daughter and we've got a house, but I'm trying to get a divorce. And then you wait until you go on holiday, plenty of this, and then you come back to that stupid fucking husband in Australia and say to him, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. You know, we'll always be together. Like it's an absolute crime. It's a crime. And you don't need to believe me. You don't need to believe me. You don't need to trust me. You don't believe anything I say. I'm full of shit. And everything that I've said today is just entertainment only. It doesn't mean anything. It's just words of an idiot on the computer. Yeah? I don't know what I'm talking about. So make sure you believe everything that they tell you, boys. Make sure you trust everything that you're being told, yeah? And the more wealthy you are, make sure you believe her even more, okay? Because you're not going to be wealthy very long. And it's proven correct, boys. I am so fucking happy, man, because I only came across this in the last few days, and that's that Cheater Buster AI. Go and watch a few of these things, mate. Cheater Buster AI. And the guy's walking along, walks up to the couple, asks the questions and shit. Have a look at the difference between 5 minutes ago and right now. Have a look at this person. Have a look at the woman. Because she's been busted. She's been busted. You know, and the whole time it's got another boyfriend, or the whole time it's got something else going on. I mean, there's a couple on there, mate, where the woman is now pregnant by the guy on the fucking, on the hinge or whatever it is. She's pregnant to him, but she's married to him. And he's not supposed to know anything. Remember that. The husband of the boyfriend, he's not supposed to know. The only reason he found out is because of Cheater Buster AI. He wouldn't have known. He would have believed everything that woman had said to him. Everything, he would have trusted what she had said. He would have believed in what she had said. He would have been loving that woman. Yeah? And the whole time, she's on fucking Hinge, brother. She's doing dates. She's out fucking meeting with men. She is getting this, mate. And then coming home to the husband and the boyfriend and pretending like everything is cool. Everything is fine. You know, I love you, I love you, I love you. They are so quick and easy to deceive. Deceive. And the whole time, they're proud of themselves. This is what upsets me, is they're actually proud of themselves. Do you know how fucking proud of mine was, man? Do you know how proud of herself she was? She was so fucking entitled and proud of herself that I'm sitting there one night, one of the few nights that they actually sat there and were watching TV together, and my daughter was on the floor. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, Quian, ever. You think men are that fucking stupid? I'm sitting there watching the daughter on the floor, and I said to her, I turned to her, I said, I can't wait for my child to go to school. You know, I'll be able to take her to school. I'm going to be so happy to do that. And then I turned to watch the TV. And as I'm doing it, she's in the fucking back there. I could hear her saying, you're not going to be here when she goes to school. You're not going to be here. So this bitch is already planning my exit. She's already got me out of the picture in her mind. I'm not going to be here. She's not looking at her husband, her family, or her life that we're trying to create and build. She's planning your exit. How do I get him out of here? And you haven't done anything wrong. I was paying the bills. I'm the one that paid the fucking shit. I paid for fucking everything. And that's when I woke up. And I thought, fuck you, bitch. How you think I'm fucking stupid, blind, and fucking deaf? So no, that's when I started to cut down a little bit on fucking on what I was, I'm trying to get in her pants, mate. It's supposed to be my fucking wife, right? Yeah, you can never shag it. You can never shag it, ever. Never. And then as soon as you bring that up, or you say in court or to a lawyer or anything like that, you never had any relationship with a woman. They'll look at you and go, how dare you expect to have relations with your wife? How dare you expect that? See, in their minds, viewer, you're fucking nothing in the court's eyes. You're nothing but resources. You don't deserve any love. You don't deserve any respect. You don't deserve any kindness. You don't deserve to be spoken to nicely. You don't deserve to actually have any action in your life because you're a fucking monk. You're a monk. Meanwhile, she's allowed to do whatever the fuck she wants, and it's called empowered. She's empowered to do that. You see, it's a whole different category. Oh, go fuck yourself, Darren. You sound like a fucking right pleb little fucking rat. Okay? You don't have to worry about me, my little fucking toy little fucking soy motherfucker. You don't have to worry about me. You don't like it, cunt? Get the fuck out. It goes for all the rest of you. You don't like what the fuck I say or you don't talk about, there's the fucking door. You don't want to support my channel, you don't want to give a thumbs up, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. I don't need your fucking shit in my life. I don't need to answer your fucking bullshit in my life. You don't like my attitude, you candy-ass motherfucker. You fucking flag-wearing motherfucker. I bet you got a fucking nice flag in your fucking bedroom, cunt, eh? I bet you're not even a fucking man. You're actually a woman pretending you're a fucking man, yeah? And you want to tell me how I should do it. Mate, nah, that's why I don't read your fucking bullshit. I don't read your little candy ass fucking... you don't control me, cunt. You don't control me. Your opinion doesn't control me. What you want doesn't control me. This is my fucking channel, my life. I control it. That's it. Not you. Yeah, one thing I've learned in life, viewer, is to not give a fuck what other people think what you should be doing, thinking, feeling, or what they think is good for you to do in your life. You don't give them that power in your life, cunt. Don't. Because you don't have any power in their life. You don't have any fucking say in their life. But they want to tell you what you should do in your life. That's what kind of the low-life motherfuckers we have these days, ladies and gentlemen. Ballless, semenless, fucking... I don't know what you call them now. They're not men. They're not men. They're not men. You're fucking women dressed up as men. You pretend you're men. That's about it. Thank you, Sarah. I know it's I'm living it. I know it's the thing, Sarah. I tried to lie to myself for years. I tried fucking seeing the good in it, trying to fucking, hoping that it changes, hoping that that I'm wrong. I spent a long time thinking, no, I'm crazy. Do you know how lonely those fucking nights were, man, when this fucking person fucked off for 6 weeks holiday? 6 weeks holiday. And I've got to sit in Australia paying the fucking bills, waiting for this fucking person to turn up. And when they did turn up, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't fucking even say hello to you at the airport. You pick them up, they get in the back seat, right? They're sitting in the back seat. And this fucking person is telling me now when she's going back to China. We're on the way home from fucking the airport and this fucking person is telling me when she is going next. Oh, I'm leaving in 6 months. I've got the flight booked on this and this date. You haven't even gotten out of the fucking car yet. Like, this person can't stand you. We got home, Sarah. I got home, right? She ignores me for 3 days. 3 fucking days, man. She doesn't say a word to me, man. Doesn't say hello. Doesn't say fuck. We'll walk past you in the house. Just fucking completely ignore. Fucking completely ignore. And I said to the person, how was your trip? Oh, it was good. What did you do? Nothing. Where did you go? Nowhere. Who did you talk to? No one. So you went all the way over to China to do fucking nothing. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, I didn't do anything. Fucking bullshit, Sarah. She's a fucking liar. You want to know why? Because I'm a loving husband, man, and I miss my wife. And I wanted to see her face and hear her voice. Call up. I'm calling up. I want to speak to my wife, yeah? Now, my wife is not there. My wife has disappeared for 3 days. No contact with her mother. Left the child with her mum and is fucked off for 3 days. When she comes back, I'm on the phone. Where'd you go? Nowhere. What did you do? Nothing. And this is a person that loves you. What, are you fucking crazy? You need to wake up to this shit. You need to wake up. Now, if you're a money earner, you've got a lot to worry about. If you earn the paper, you've got a lot to fucking worry about. Because that is what they're after. They're not after your ball bag, buddy. They're after your resources, buddy. They're after what you got, your property, your fucking car. They're after your money. They're after your possessions, your furniture, even your clothing. Even your clothing. She'll sit there at the end of it and decide what you can take. And the rest of it she'll throw into the bin. And what you can take will be put into the driveway. You can pick it up in the driveway. But you need a police escort. Oh, you can't come on the property. You can't come on the property. I own the property now, and I'm in fear that you're going to damage my home. It hasn't paid a dime. It hasn't paid a fucking dime for anything. Fucking not a fucking penny, mate. But it's fucking her home and her furniture. It's all hers. Everything is mine. It walks around the house like the cat in fucking Red Dwarf, and it just walks around the fucking ship and goes, "That's mine. That's mine. This is mine. This is mine. And this right here, this is mine. This piece of carpet, that's mine." And you know that scene where it walks through the ship just claiming fucking everything? That's a fucking woman. That is a fucking woman, brother. You move a woman into your home, and as she's walking through the home, she's saying to herself, "Oh, I like that, and I like that, and I don't like that. You'll have to get rid of that picture. I don't like that picture." You'll come home from work and your shit has been fucking removed, mate. Removed to the fucking garage, cunt. You fucking don't like you now. Yeah, no, you got moved out to the fucking garage, mate. Look, man, and they're very smart. A lot of planning goes into it. Your wife will call you in for a family meeting and she'll say, "Oh, I've got an opportunity for a good job," because she's just had a baby. So, post-traumatic stress disorder and all of that kind of thing. Yeah, women don't believe in any of that because they're perfect. They don't believe in any of that. So all of her attitude and all of her nastiness, yeah, that's just normal. That's just fucking normal. So then they calm down after a couple of months and she'll say to you, "Look, I want to get back into the workforce." And you'll look at it as a husband going, "That's great, because you've never had a job. You've never had a fucking job in your life, right? This is the first job in fucking 34 years that you've ever had." Fucking, so fucking brilliant. But the child is young. Someone needs to be here because Echo goes to preschool in the morning and gets dropped off at 3 o'clock. So I need to go and do the job. So I need you to stay home now and take care of the baby and take care of the house and make sure you're here. Make sure that Echo has dinner because I don't finish until 5 o'clock or whatever, and she gets dropped off at 3 o'clock. So you as the man go, "Okay, you forget the markets. Forget what you're doing. You think to yourself, because I'm smart, I'm not stupid. So I'll go out and make a few masks. I'll make a few of these. I'll put them on eBay and I'll sell a few masks." And I used to sell a shitload of masks. Enough masks to pay for the rent, to pay for the to pay for the fucking bills, to pay for the mortgage, to pay for my kids' schooling, to pay for shoes. I sold a lot of masks, mate. And then if I needed any more, fuck's sake, man. Fucking hell. The fucking phone drops and that tips over into the fucking cup of fucking tea that I got. Now that's all over the fucking counter. Far out. Fucking cascade of dominoes, mate. Oh, shit. Fucking sticky shit everywhere. So that is my warning to you, and you can take my warning. I don't give a flying rat's ass. You don't have to listen to me at all because you're a fucking genius, right? Yeah, listen, mate, I've been through 4 years of family law court. I have done everything. I did everything. I did all of their courses. I paid for all of their shit. So no, mate, don't believe anything that the fucking court system tells you. When that Judge Howe looks at you and goes, "Oh, I know that you love your daughter and your daughter loves you, but I just need you to prove to the court how much you love your daughter." So that judge will send you on a mission, mate, a fucking mission that takes you 2 years to complete. 2 fucking years I spent in courses. 2 fucking years I spent getting psychological reports. 2 fucking years of my life. And for what? For what? for you to look at me and go, oh no, you should never see your daughter again. Yeah? I'm not calm anymore, viewer. Because I've lost everything. So why in the fuck do I need to be calm? Why in the fuck do I need to be nice? What for? Yeah? The only thing they can take from me now is my fucking liberty. That's all you can do is take my liberty. And for that, you're going to have to take me back to family law court. Because you can't do it in the outside world. You can only do it in family law court. So I welcome you to take me to family law court because I ain't got nothing else to fucking lose. Nothing. How dare you take my fucking daughter, mate? How dare you sign my daughter over? How dare you? After 4 years of family law court? No, man, after 4 years of proving everything that I needed to fucking prove? No, mate. And you did that on the side. You and the child's lawyer I'm so pissed off about it, viewer. I really fucking am. They don't deserve any fucking mercy. They don't deserve any fucking kindness. And they don't deserve any of words. Fucking none. The judge and the fucking... Wait a minute. The judge and the children's lawyer got behind the doors, viewer, behind the fucking door before the court started and had a little meeting together and had discussed it together on and it had already signed it over. Had already signed my daughter over. But understand and remember, there is nobody in that room representing you as the man. Nobody representing you as the father. You have the children's lawyer and you have the judge, and they're both agreeing that you should never see your daughter again. Really? That sucks. They've got a complaint. So it looks like the Zio fucking got mad at me. They've gone and complained. And all of my streams have been declassed, or whatever you want to call them. Over age restricted. So my shit's become age restricted. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. Even though my view count doesn't go up, nobody fucking walks into the joint when I'm online, and my growth rate never changes on the channel. It always stays the fucking same. But if I was sitting there making comments about other people's videos, apparently every mum and his fucking dog joins the channel. You all subscribe to a comment on another fucking video. I've even seen you pathetic cunts join a fucking channel where it's a reaction on a reaction video. What fucking monkey are you to sit there watching a guy, watch another guy, watch a video and give a reaction on that guy? What fucking idiots are you? And yet he's got a plaque in the back of him, 100,000 subscribers? What the fuck? No, I understand why there are no streamers anymore on here. I understand why nobody comes online for you anymore. I understand why nobody can be fucking bothered talking to you fucking cunts on fucking here anymore, on going live stream. You don't support the channel. You don't even give a like on the fucking comment. You don't leave a comment. You don't fucking watch an ad. You don't do shit for the fucking channel itself. Because I'm a live streamer. It ain't the same as watching a fucking idiot, a reaction video on a reaction video on a reaction video. It's not the fucking same. If you give me no fucking support on my channel, I have no reason to come on the fucking channel. None. Fucking none. None. There is no reward. There's just negative. You know what happens? You cunts get fucking pissed off. You get annoyed at what I talk about, and then you want to go and file fucking charges. You want to go and talk to a third party. You know, I don't like what he said. You know, like, yeah, I'm fucking done with you, mate. Done with it. Ah, fuck. Yeah, but they don't like the Australian flag too much, do they? Huh? You know, our government is as fucking corrupt as fucking you can get, mate. Our government. You know, it's not illegal to burn the flag. You know, I'd like to know another country, mate, where you don't get arrested for burning their flag. I really do. That's how pathetic we are. That's how kneel down we are to the Islamist, to the fucking jihadist, because they are allowed to burn our flag. And if you go over there and protect your flag, you're the one that's going to get in charges. I don't give a fuck about the charges, cunt. If I see you burning my fucking flag, I'm going to fucking knock you one and I'm going to try and put the flag out. And I'll deal with the charges later. I'll deal with the charges later. Because that's my fucking flag. That's the Australian flag you're burning, you fucking rat dog. So get back to your own country, get back to your own, wherever the hell you come from, whatever shithole that you come from. And I don't care if you go there on the slow boat. Just get the hell out of Australia. You had no means of being here at all. You had no means at all. I'm sick of you. Fucking done with you. And the Zios of the world, mate, I don't care about your complaints. I don't care about your hate speech laws or fucking whatever. You know, they don't fool us, do they, viewer? They don't fool us, even when we're on a live stream and you got one walking next door to you and he's trying to convince you on how fucking righteous they are. You know, there's no righteous in you blowing up a building with fucking, you'll go over there and rebuild up, mate, and there's 60, 70,000 people underneath the rubble and you won't even think about it. You know, you won't say the G word, will you, mate? Nah, of course you won't, right? Oh, fuck. We don't have any leaders. We have no leaders. There's no such thing as leaders in the Western world. It doesn't exist. I don't know what fucking world you're from, but over in where I live, there's no such thing as leaders. There's no such thing, mate. The same bird, and they both do exactly what the bird tells them. Jump up and down, that's exactly what they do. If the bird tells them to pass new laws, they do. If the bird's phone up and says, oh, I'm offended at that comment, they'll come out and arrest you. They'll come out and put you into handcuffs. Yeah? And they'll try and get you 5 years jail. It's like that young man that stood up at the Australia Day and he said some, I mean, I don't agree with what he said, okay? But he's allowed to say with what because it's Australia. And then we have free speech. So I don't care, right? I don't like what he said. I don't agree with what he said, but I don't certainly want to see him jailed. But you do. You do, you see? Because you're some fucking Zionist. And you don't like it when people disagree with you. You don't like it when they say, hang on a minute, that's not right. You know, you don't like to be called out. You want to be able to do everything you're doing and not get called out for it. And you want to be able to go around to different countries, even though you've got an international arrest warrant. You know, you want to tell people how righteous you are, how good you are. Mate, I wouldn't turn up here. You know what? You need the laws. You need these laws to get into the country. You need these laws to protect you. That's why. Because you are doing what you're doing. So you need these hate speech laws, and I love it, the first word, anti-Semitism and hate speech laws. So this whole fucking thing is written for them. It's written to protect them, a minority, 0.01% of the population. Govern the rest. They write the laws for everybody else. And don't think I'm wrong, because I know I'm right. I know I'm right. But I'm talking about family law court. I'm talking about lawyers and family law court and how I don't want you to waste your fucking time with these people. Don't waste your money. You know, I spent 37K. 37K I spent on family law court, mate. Every single penny I had. Every penny that I could scrounge out of that fucking woman for the house. It went straight to a lawyer. I got a shit-ass fucking Jeep, mate, that blew up 2 months later after I drove it. So I walked out with nothing. Whatever money I got out of that for the house, a settlement, I give it to a lawyer. Why? Because you're telling me that I'll never see my daughter again. That's why. I wouldn't have spent anything if you hadn't said that. But because you said that to my face, that's why I got a lawyer. And it didn't do me any good. These lawyers are a waste of your time. A family law court lawyer is a waste of your time. They do nothing for you. When you're in their office, they're your best friend. When you're in their office listening to what they're saying to you, that went down the wrong way. Oh gosh, man, sorry. I was too busy talking and trying to swallow coffee milk. Just give me a minute. A lawyer in a family law court lawyer is a waste of your time and is a complete heartache, because you will trust them, you will put faith in them, and at the end of the day, mate, they don't do anything for you. At the end of the day, you'll walk into court after hearing all the fairy tale in the office of what they're going to do, and they're going to do this, that, and the other, or what they might be able to do. They walk into the court, mate, and they are silent. They are totally and utterly silent. The only person that judge listens to is the woman or the lawyer of the woman, and she gets to hear her opinion first, and then after that, you have to obey whatever the woman wants. And that's after the orders are given. You've already got your court orders. You are there because they're not obeying the court order. But instead of answering to that, they just throw more accusations at you. He's going to do this, he's going to do that. Just create whatever the fuck you want to create, you know? And then you have to go away and get a psychologist report to say, no, I'm not going to do that. That's all, you know? But that's what you have to do. So you are constantly, as a man, chasing her tail in court. And the court loves it. Don't think the court doesn't fucking agree with this, because the court loves it. It loves it. You know why? Because you've got to pay court fees, lawyer fees, paperwork fees every time you walk. So it looks like we've got phone call coming in now. Let me go and find out who this is, bros. Okay, let me go and find out.